What's up guys, Peter here from Reviews on Anything, and you're looking at the Timberland GT Scramble Wintershoes. Now, I'm not any kind of outdoor hiker or somebody that goes trekking in the woods for weeks at end. So I was looking for a pair of winter shoes that would do me well, mostly in my day-to-day life living here in the city in Germany. And you know, there's a whole range of variety of shoes out there that you can choose from, needless to say. But I wanted something reasonably stylish, practical and reasonably affordable. Now these shoes will set you back around €90, so that is not all too bad for one season. And they're all leather, so I thought that was a good thing to start with. Timberland obviously being a good brand, and overall I like the appeal of these shoes as well, which is why I got them. Now this is the blue version. It also comes in brown, which means the whole shoe is this darker kind of brown. And there's also a black version, which is more of this kind of color. I kind of like the sort of brown mixed with the blue and the sort of beige shoelaces quite a lot. So I went for this color combination. Now, let's have a closer look around the shoe. Full leather, obviously, because you know you want a shoe that is not made out of plastic that makes your feet stink from day one. You know, it's a super enclosed shoe, so at some point your feet are gonna stink anyway. But I think leather is the way to go, especially when you treat it properly. It'll stay nice for the whole winter. And if you know, are not too crazy in terms of what you do with them, you can probably last for a few winters. Now, outside, like I said, all leather. The sole is 2 centimeters and is obviously rubber. You got a good traction pattern here on the bottom. Hope you can see that properly. You know, it's not gonna win any awards when it comes to rock or ice climbing, but for an urban environment like I will use it in, this is more than fine. Then we have the lacing system, which as you can see is a 2-port system where you can tighten it here and then you can decide to go all the way up around this extra loop if you so desire. You do get an extra set of laces included, so if you want to swap it for all blue instead of the beige, that is an option too, which is quite nice, I think. Inside, you can probably not see it that well. We got the Timberland logo, and it is a sort of a mesh structure inside. Nothing shocking going on there. The front here is slightly interesting because you can see that especially the toe area, which is usually the area that wears out the most and the quickest, has a sort of an extra layer of protection. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's a lot rougher than the leather all around here. So that's actually a nice touch from Timberland, I think, to make sure that your shoes stay in good shape for longer. You can also see that the front sort of goes over the toe here slightly, because obviously you're going to bump into things with your toe at some point as well. I have to say though, it's hard to sort of convey on camera probably, but this is a very comfortable shoe. It's a shoe that you put on and instantly feel familiar with. There's nothing crazy going on in terms of you know, footbeds or special fits or whatever. It's just comfortable. Your foot sits nice and snug. You can make it as tight as you want with the lacing. It's also nice and sturdy, you know, so you can put them nice and tight if you so desire. But overall, I find it's a very comfortable shoe that is, you know, you don't really have to break it in that much. It's for me, it was comfortable from day one, which is always nice. I mean, I don't mind breaking in a shoe for a little bit, but you know, the quicker you can get comfortable, the better. Now, I don't expect any kind of snowstorm anytime soon in the part of Germany where I live, but the first thing I did obviously was to spray and treat the shoe with some waterproofing material, which is great because obviously the winter is a wet period, and I think if you do that you can definitely enjoy the shoe all winter long. And you know, as long as you don't do anything too crazy with it, you can probably last with this shoe for several years. All in all, I think for €90 you get a very decent product from a good brand. I think it looks stylish, and like I said, it is a shoe that was instantly comfortable for me, which is always something that makes me happy with my purchase. So overall, I think great shoe for the money. I mean, if you are any kind of serious Arctic explorer or trekker, this is probably not the shoe for you, but for everyday use, this is a very decent option for winter. Are there any downsides? I don't know. I suppose the leather here on top is not smooth, it's a bit rough, so it is gonna pick up dirt. Especially when you have a particularly dirty day, for example after snow, when there's all kinds of horribleness and grease and everything outside on the streets and you walk around in it, it is probably going to pick up some dirt. The beige shoelaces are definitely going to get dirty as well, but then you have to replace them with a pair. If you are prone to overheating in your shoes though, it is a fully closed shoe made out of leather, so your feet are going to get warm inside, and if that's something that is a problem for you, then you know, this kind of shoe is probably not the shoe for you to begin with. But other than that, I don't think there's any downsides to a shoe like this. This was Peter from Reviews on Anything with a look at the Timberland GT Scramble. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the channel. That does help us out a lot. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers!